It's 1977. Gloria Steinem sits in a packed room in Houston, surrounded by hundreds of women from all over America. They're buzzing, restless, ready to rewrite the rules of society. But Gloria's not just here for the speeches or the banners. She's here because the road brought her again to this pulse of change. What is it about traveling that keeps her fiery, hopeful, unstoppable? That's the mystery we're about to unpack. Gloria didn't start out as a settled revolutionary. Her childhood was defined by constant motion, planting the first seeds of who she would become. Gloria's father had a habit. Every fall, he'd pile the family into their old Pontiac and drive west, chasing a dream of ranch life or adventure. From Ohio to Montana, those trips were chaotic, messy flat tires, frozen dinners, new faces. And in each moment, young Gloria learned that home wasn't one place. It was wherever they were together, moving forward. Think of travel like a giant jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces. Each new town, each new person is a puzzle piece that reshapes your worldview. The road forces you out of theory and into practice, because you can't argue statistics when you're face-to-face with someone's reality. It's like swapping dry textbooks for vivid stories that stick in your heart. That constant motion gave Gloria a unique superpower, restlessness paired with purpose. She learned early that change isn't found by waiting at home. It's found out where the road bends, where you meet people whose voices we often overlook. Travel turned her hope into energy, her abstract ideals into real action. Steinem's real skill, not just speaking but listening, especially on the road where voices from the margins surface and matter deeply. In the 1960s, Gloria traveled to India and lived among women whose challenges the world's headlines barely touched. From tea plantations to dusty villages, their stories poured out hard work, resilience, injustice. Those encounters weren't just visits, they were education, breaking down assumptions Gloria didn't even realize she had. Listening is like tuning a radio dial. When you find the right frequency, suddenly everything clicks. For Gloria, it transformed abstract feminist theory into real demands grounded in lived experience. Activism without listening is shouting into a void. With listening, it becomes a dialogue that changes minds and lives. Numbers can numb, but a story, it grabs you by the collar and makes you feel. Gloria realized that stories were the weapon of change because they humanize cold facts. When she brought those stories back home, they electrified movements and shifted public consciousness in ways dry data never could. Gloria's story isn't just personal, it's the story of a movement propelled by the real-life encounters that only the road could deliver. When Gloria co-founded Ms. Magazine in the early 70s, it wasn't just a magazine, it was a platform for voices brushed aside by mainstream media. That same restless spirit took her to the 1977 National Women's Conference in Houston, where women from wildly different backgrounds converged. The road had brought them all there, weaving their stories into a shared call for equality. Think of the feminist movement like a kaleidoscope. The road tossed countless colorful pieces together, making the whole pattern richer and more complex. By connecting with indigenous leaders, rural activists, and urban organizers, Gloria helped create a mosaic that made the movement stronger and harder to ignore. For Gloria, being on the road isn't just physical travel, it's a mindset of openness and constant learning. That mindset keeps her energy alive decades later. The road reminds her that work for justice is never done, and real change happens when you let go of certainty and follow where the road and the people lead. Back in that Houston room in '77, the energy was electric, because these women carried stories from every corner, stories fueled by the road's endless twists. Gloria Steinem's journey shows us that the road isn't just about physical travel, it's a state of mind, a way to keep learning, connecting, and moving toward change. So next time you feel stuck, try this, take a walk, talk to someone new, and let the road lead you to new stories. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.